Welcome. You're listening to Positive Chaos, Transform Crisis into Clarity and Advantage by Dan Thurmon. Read by the author. That's me. Forward by Daniel Burris. To Shay, my wife, my stability in chaos, and the complexity I choose. Forward.
When Dan Thurmon asked me to write the foreword to his new book, the one you've just started reading, I felt greatly honored and said yes immediately. After reading the manuscript cover to cover, I was even more excited, as it's a remarkable work filled with both the origins and latest research on chaos, coupled with stories, interviews, specific insights, and actionable strategies for both individuals and organizations. Dan delivers on the promise the title of this book makes to you, the reader. I know the importance of writing a book that can touch a reader deeply. As a New York Times, Wall Street Journal, and Amazon best-selling author who has written 7 books that are in dozens of languages. I share this not to brag, but instead to let you know that I know what makes a good book great, and this is a great book. Dan is the perfect author for a book about positive chaos, as he embodies the philosophy and the principles he teaches in his own life every single day. In his speeches, with his consulting and coaching clients, and during his time as the president of the National Speakers Association, I have watched Dan develop a powerful methodology to transform chaos from a debilitating force into a powerful advantage. Because Dan and I are in a mastermind group together, I know the amount of research and effort he has put into this book. On a personal level, I can share with you that Dan always gives his all to whatever he sets out to do. For that reason, he has the highest respect of his professional colleagues, and as you read this book, you will be the recipient of all of his wisdom, time, and effort. Dan has a passion for helping people. It's just part of his DNA. And as a highly successful entrepreneur, consultant, author, and keynote speaker, he knows how to use great storytelling filled with examples to bring his key points to life. Why this book is so important now? Well, let's face it, chaos can strike any time, any place, and in many ways. For example, when the stock market takes a major dive, that can trigger financial chaos. When major layoffs are announced with little additional information, work chaos can erupt. When a thunderstorm shuts down an entire airport, travel chaos quickly follows. When a spouse says they are leaving the marriage, relationship chaos often follows. And when, heaven forbid, someone gets a very bad diagnosis, health-related chaos quickly follows. In all of these examples, everything was normal, predictable, and safely moving in a manageable pace, that is, until something seemingly out of the blue happened, usually occurring fast, that created chaos. You have personally experienced chaos many times and in many ways during your life. And as a professional futurist and disruptive innovation expert, I can easily predict that you will experience chaos many more times in the future. The amount of chaos and the level of chaos will dramatically accelerate over time. I call this a future fact because it will happen. Why am I so confident in calling this a future fact? If we just look at technology-driven exponential change, it has been accelerating for quite some time now. And as you know, exponential change starts out slow but accelerates increasingly over time. When the global pandemic erupted in March of 2020, people and organizations were forced to change, sending many into chaos. Streets around the world were empty, and many businesses shut down because we didn't know much about this new virus except that it was airborne, highly contagious, and deadly. The result? We all went digital at an amazing new level, shopping online, working from home, and having countless virtual meetings. We started talking to our doctors using our computer, and teachers learned to educate students through a screen. The list of chaotic disruptions could go on for pages. Over 25 technology categories, including cloud computing and artificial intelligence, accelerated 10 years in less than 12 months. In other words, technology...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?